listening to Nightly Talk.
Well, House Democrat Cynthia Johnson is finding herself in some deep doo-doo. We're going to talk about that today. It is December 10th, Thursday. So a few days ago, during the hearing with Rudy Giuliani and his team, as well as some other witnesses, Cynthia Johnson got pretty offensive when it came to the testimonies of voter fraud with the 2020 presidential election. And we're going to play a clip for you right now, just so you have some context.
Repeat it again. These people, our guests, are sharing information, just sharing and speaking and speaking. No one is under oath. The world is watching us right now. And the world is watching right now. Did you see any cameras at the TCF Center? All right, so.
And Representative, I just want to remind you, I think it was the purpose of today's hearing to hear from people across Michigan who witnessed things at the TCF Center. That's why we're here.
Well, you know, here, and I'm not going to argue with you about that. Okay, so they're here, but they're taking so much time, and I see no Detroiters. There is one Detroiter. Stop that.
Please continue, Representative.
And there is one Detroiter, but I have many emails. Since there's no one who you have in this room to represent Detroiters, except a couple of us in this room, I have emails from Detroiters. We've taken, what, 2 hours?
Did you have a question? Today, we've invited Mr. Giuliani. And Mr. Giuliani has brought forward witnesses that he says have firsthand knowledge of fraud. That's what we are doing today.
And if we want to find out if...
Please let me finish.
Yes.
All right. So if you want to do other hearings, we're doing more hearings. But today we're here to hear from these people. So do you have a question for these witnesses?
No, I have some concerns, right. Well, many concerns, and I want to just share with you what the concerns are.
Do you have a point of order?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a point of order?
Yes.
What is your point of order?
Point of order is to have them under oath.
You're out of order. As I've said, this is something that is not done here in this state. It's really only...
it may not be done under the state, but you're allowing people to come in here and lie, and I know they're lying.
Representative, you're out of order. I've indulged you, but you're out of order, and we're going to move on.
On behalf of my witnesses, I would like to point out that every single witness we've presented here has sworn an affidavit as to all of these facts.
And so...
Representative, please. I gave you some room there, but we're going to move on. We're going to go.
May I say something, please?
Sure.
If that is what you want me to do, I would do it. And I will still repeat the exact same thing I watched. And you know what? I also want to say one thing. If it is a lie, it may change because a liar has to have a lot of memory power. If it is truth, you can ask me in the middle of the night. It'll still be the same.
All right.
So shortly after this video, after this was live, according to Cynthia Johnson, she had been receiving some threats. Now, this is from NBC Universal. Republican Johnson, I'm receiving threats for questioning Rudy Giuliani. My job is to protect democracy. That was December the 9th, Wednesday, 8:20 p.m. On receiving threats for questioning Rudy Giuliani, Representative Cynthia Johnson said, I have a job to do, and my job is to protect democracy, and my job is to question people when they come to our hearings. Now, she went on Facebook and she posted a few videos. Now, the last video, she had posted 2 of those. The second one has since been removed from Facebook, so I cannot get my hands on that, but I was able to obtain the very first video, which is the reason why she has been removed and her position. Now, this comes from the NPR, but before we get started, let me play that clip for you that she had recorded on Facebook.
This is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. We ain't playing with you. Enough of the shenanigans. Enough is enough. And for those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay.
Yeah, so since that video, she's gotten a lot of heat. Obviously, she wasn't thinking very clearly when she posted the video. Many people downloaded it. It's pretty much circulating all over YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, other accounts. But here's an article from the NPR, December the 9th, 7 p.m. That was yesterday. Michigan GOP sidelines Democrat for her unacceptable response to lynching threats. And it goes on to say, Michigan State Representative Cynthia Johnson, a Black Democrat lawmaker who faced lynching threats and harassment following an oversight committee hearing last week where she leveled fierce criticism against President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, has been punished by House Republican leaders for a video she posted to Facebook on Tuesday. Republicans say that's because in the video she appears to threaten supporters of the president. Johnson has been stripped of her committee assignments, including her position on the House Oversight Committee. In the short but rambling 3-minute and 10-second Facebook post, it's not clear exactly what Johnson means when she issues her warning to Trumpers. Be careful, walk lightly. She also says, and for those of you who are soldiers, you know what to do, or I'm sorry, you know how to do it right, be in order, make them pay. Johnson posted a second video later. In a statement, Republican leaders called Johnson's comments unacceptable and un-American. Republicans also said they are looking into further action as investigations are ongoing. The statement continued, we have been consistent in our position on this. Violence and intimidation is never appropriate in politics. We have said that about threats against Governor Gretchen Whitmer, Secretary Jocelyn Benson, and Representative Johnson herself, and others. That applies to threats made towards public officials, and it must when the threats come from public officials. Johnson could not be reached for comment regarding the loss of her committee assignments or a threat of sanctions in the coming House term. Now, something that I was thinking about as I was reading that to you was regarding President Trump denying white supremacist group Proud Boys, which now this is a video from CNBC because they do claim that Proud Boys is a white supremacist group. However, as you'll see in this video later, that Antifa is not considered to be a hate group of any nature. And obviously, they are asking President Trump to deny the group, to state that he is not racist. So we're going to play that video for you real quick.
You have repeatedly criticized the vice president for not specifically calling out Antifa and other left-wing extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared
willing
to
do
specifically
do it?
Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
who would
right
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing.
FBI director
This is a left-wing problem.
White supremacist. Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got to be
not
kidding.
militia. That's what his FBI, FBI director said.
Well,
So now President Trump, when this video was released, this was September 30th of this year. This was during the debate with him and Joe Biden. The news ran with it and said that Trump did not deny the group. He didn't say he was against the group. He simply said stand back and stand by, which they perceived as a threat, basically telling the group that just hold off. We'll do something later, but just for right now, just hold off and stand by. Now, I think that, in my opinion, it's very clear that Representative Cynthia Johnson more or less said the same thing, that she, in her video, she says, warning to the Trumpers, be careful, walk lightly. And for those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it right, be in order, and make them pay. And you can see that clearly. You can see this hate that she has for President Trump. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens to Cynthia Johnson in the coming future. Will she be completely removed from office? According to the article, it just sounds to me like she is just being removed from her committees or her assignments, but she has not been suspended necessarily or terminated, that she is just undergoing a investigation. So we'll have to see how that turns out. That's all we have for you tonight, folks. Don't forget to tune in every day, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. We'll have those videos uploaded on YouTube. We also are part of Parler, Twitter, and Rumble, and we'll get the links for those in the description below. And on Sunday night at 7 p.m., we will be live for you as well, and let everybody get in, get some chats going. And until next time, take care and be safe.
Cynthia A. Johnson, in regards to Donald Trump, I just wanted to give you all a message, especially those who are in the U.S. Congress, Republicans very specifically. Y'all need to do something about Donald Trump. He's totally out of order. He's off his rocker, and you're harming countless people. And this could be totally avoided if you did the right thing. It's time now to invoke the 25th Amendment. Soldiers against racism. Soldiers against misogyny. Soldiers against domestic violence and domestic terrorism. Soldiers, rise! It's time for you to rise.